LSE x ICL Varsity. So right now we have both sides League of Legends teams facing off against each other, and it seems like we'll be getting into pick and bans.
Well, I'm very excited for this game. We saw some games from yesterday from the Imperial side. I haven't seen much from the LSE side, but um, judging by what I can find online, OPGG, seems like they've got some pretty strong players. Um, I'm looking particularly towards Delirious and Hi Hi Hi, just based on their solo queue ranks. But you
Well,
can't
it
get
seems
too
like
much from solo
LSE
queue.
missed their first ban. I think it's probably more to do with the fact that they aren't familiar with the format. Hopefully, we'll get more information on what that is soon.
Um,
They say they are laggy. They would like to restart. Okay, I think that's fair. Uh, okay. Well, we're just having a few problems with the lobby. Hopefully, we'll get back shortly. But looking at their OPL GGs, who do you think who do you think is going to be on top this game then?
um, this probably isn't going to favor the LSE side, unfortunately. Um, yeah, across the board, I would say that the Imperial squad has pretty high solo queue rankings.
Mhm.
And that's not to say that they're going to be the better team.
Mhm.
Some teams pull it together in fives. Some teams are very good in solo queue, and they've sort of flounder when it comes to high fives. Not saying we saw that yesterday. Actually, in fact, the Imperial squad was doing a pretty good job of coordinating their gameplay. Um, I'd say that, I mean, we didn't really get to see too much of how they coordinated the gameplay just because there were such big lane differences. So the story of the game yesterday was bot lane difference, and it's basically Lucky XQ and Yokoki only were really building up a huge lead for themselves. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if we'll see that today. Um, they've got some, you know, all dependent on matchup, all dependent on these players, and also these might not even be their main accounts. So we had no idea going into this game who's going to win. Um, yeah, it should be interesting though. Um, is this
Yeah.
a best of three, best of five?
This is a best of three, I think.
Best of three. Okay, that's what I was assuming. Um, yeah, another thing about best of three is that even if you play fives, um, not every team has actually got like too much comfort with the sort of adaptation over the course of a series. Um, Also, you need the endurance to last for multiple games. I mean, they'll probably have some practice from Newell, um, but some teams cope better with that than others. Some teams need time to warm up over the course of like a Newell day. Whereas here, I'm not sure how warmed up these teams were. I didn't see the Imperial squad online before this game. Um, can't say the same for LSE. I'm not friends with them on League of Legends. um, but maybe they're warmed up. Maybe they've got their edge. I think, yeah, going into this game, maybe we'd hand the sort of um, the preference over to Imperial, but we won't know until the actual game starts and how pick and bans look. Should we talk about pick and bans? How they're going so far?
Yeah. So let me just switch over these screens right now. So here we go. We're right into picking bans right now, and seems like NSC's first pick is going for the Ornn. The Ornn, very strong pick, a very solid tank, and well, he fulfills his team fight role very very well. And once he hits the late game, he's not going to take any damage, and he's going to build up those Ornn items for his whole team, and they're going to be very very strong.
Yeah. So are we expected to see this in mid lane or top lane? 'Cause
I
yesterday
honestly
we saw.
have no idea. I'm not sure how LSE's team works, but I think it will most likely be put into the top lane, since that is
Yeah.
what I'm going to assume something else. Okay, never mind. They've decided to ditch the pro draft and instead just use the Clyde. So you know what? Here we go.
That's basically what happened to us when we were doing it in
Yeah.
Newell.
Well, here we go. They've given up.
Uh,
We're just using this now. So
I mean, the idea of pro draft is you're supposed to do it all in pro draft, then get to the end, but whatever. I
like
actually couldn't
the
see the
purpose of
second
this
ban.
is like you can pick champions, so you don't
I
have to
couldn't.
make like proxies and things.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see the second ban from LSE. It was just a blue box.
Yeah, I don't think they must have missed it.
Oh, is that like okay? Fine,
Yeah.
that makes
Can you
sense.
message one of the players to tell us if there's any proxy picks? Because
Sure, I
yeah, that
will.
would be great. Anyway, going back into this, it seems like the same bans are coming through, and surely
yeah.
LSE will pick up the order once again, and they do indeed.
Yeah, so it looks like they're not actually those were valid pick bans from the
Yep.
pro draft.
I think these bans are quite are quite targeted at Carver and Instant specifically. Instant pretty much killed a one trick in solo queue, and Carver having strong performances of both the Elise and the Diddley.
Yeah, they also it's a takeaway the Ornn pick. So Incident also likes to play the Ornn mid, and just
I don't
getting
think
that.
I don't think he likes to play Ornn mid. I think I think he
his
gets
team
forced to
likes
play
him.
Ornn mid.
Yeah, his team likes him to play Ornn mid. Sivir coming out, not actually that expected. I mean,
I think
it's
Lucky Shoe
it's
is
his favorite
like a Sivir
champion.
one trick very much. He plays
Yeah,
lots of Sivir.
he does actually. In fact, yeah, pretty much the highest number of played champions he has is 114 as Sivir, and the next is 13 for Jin. So
Yeah,
okay,
and
apparently
I've been messaged to say that Thresh is Braum.
Thresh is Brom.
So Sivir
Okay,
Braum. That's a. I think Braum is definitely a strong support if you can get off those
yeah. I
four
mean,
auto attacks.
the only problem I can see is that Brom is quite a sort of passive support player. Depends on the style of your cookie only, but he can get bullied by poke or like harassing supports just because his engage isn't that good. Um, Something like a Caitlyn's just going to be able to chip away at a Braum, depending on how they play the lane, obviously.
Yeah, we'll have to see how what LSC side do decide to
Surprised to
pick.
not see Miss Fortune come out. She's sort of the premier AD carry right now and being
Yeah,
ignored by both sides.
side decides to go for the Caitlyn. Possibly comfort picks. I'm not too sure from both
That can't
sides.
be an Ari, can it?
Uh, it's an Ari lock-in.
I
Interesting.
feel like that might be a proxy pick.
I've
Don't
not
know.
been messaged anything.
I haven't been messaged yet, but that's quite an unconventional pick.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, the thing about Ari is that she doesn't like fulfill any particular role very well. Like
yeah,
she's
she's
not a
sort of
particularly
bad
good
at
assassin, and she's also not a particularly good mage. So she's just kind of a
Yeah.
mix of the.
I think we see Ari come out because people picked it up as a comfort pick in earlier seasons when she was strong.
Yeah.
And that comfort can carry you forward into the current season, but like if you were to pick a champion out of all of the champions, Ari would not be near the top of that list.
Yeah, looks like
Nothing-
Imperial do decide to go for this Trundle, which is a very good counter to Diorn. Can take away a lot of his resistances and make the Trundle also extremely tanky in these team fights.
Ari equals Tarek.
Ah, equals Tarek. Okay.
Tarek. I have
Okay.
seen. So we have seen Tarek in some pro play. It's basically all supports right now are tanky. At least in the current meta.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What do we
Okay, so
got?
decides to go for the Tarek, the Caitlyn Tarek bot lane. That's interesting.
Yeah. Orianna ban and Syndra ban coming out. That makes sense because there's no mid laners on the table right now. We thought it was an Ari.
No, it's not an Ari, which I'm honestly happy about. I don't think picking Ari is
Although
particularly
with
good.
the Orianna ban, it's implying they think the Ornn is top.
I mean,
It might very well be.
I also think it's top. So, so
Sure.
same opinion as me, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So Echo coming out. Echo is really strong right now. He's obnoxious, I think. He's basically unkillable, and if you pair that with like an early ocean dragon and or a mountain dragon or just something like that, he just impossible to kill. He's just so slippery. And right now the CC they have is a Taric and an Ornn. Like an Ornn, his CC is quite telegraphed, as is the Taric's. So I'm wondering how they're going to lock down this Echo. Lee Sin is a pretty good way of doing that.
Yeah, Lee Sin
I
and-
doubt that'll be his primary target, but Really interested to see what the fifth pick is. How they're going to
Picking
deal
Lee
with this
Sin is just
Echo.
a strong early jungler. It means that he can go gang those lanes and try and get those leads for maybe his mid lane, depending on what his pick is. A Galio. Okay.
Yeah, so they need that for wave clear.
Um,
Um,
looks like they are relying on these two big tanks in the front line with the Ornn and the Galio. Uh, okay, that's
I've seen
interesting.
Galio go quite AP heavy
I mean,
recently. I'm
Galio
not.
Galio is he's like he usually goes. I mean, he usually does go AP, but with
He
aftershock,
just
he still
ends up
becomes pretty tanky.
reasonably.
Like
Yeah.
he and with his W up as well. Well, looks like Set managed to somehow dodge the whole pick and pan phase, so he gets locked in for Imperial
Yeah.
side there, which is fair enough.
I
Well,
think the fact that Set was let through that entire way was I don't know. Set's very strong.
yeah, I
He's pretty
think
much perma pick ban right now.
yeah, just get putting it into the last pick on Imperial side. I think that's gonna be very strong. But that means that this Echo is gonna go mid and it's gonna be Trundle jungle most likely.
Yep, I think I agree with that. Oh, so we have to try and remember these picks and bans.
Oh, I've forgotten already. Oh dear.
So on the blue side, we've got LSE with Caitlyn, Tarek, Ornn, Lee Sin,
And Galio.
and Galio.
Yeah.
Very good. And on the red side, we have Imperial with Sivir, Braum, and Echo, Trundle, and Ornn. No,
Echo,
not Ornn.
Trundle, and
Set is the final one. All right, boom, easy. Um, yeah, both teams that like to fight. I don't think we'll see too much in the way of. Oh, actually, something to think about. Level 1.
Ooh.
Because whenever I see a Braum on the team, I just think this team wants to go for some really hilarious level 1 invade. Because it just has the potential to just like get multiple kills at
Yeah,
level
because
1.
Braum, his stun is so strong. Like all he needs to do is auto them, and it's pretty much a guaranteed stun.
Yeah.
So we'll have to
So
see
I mean,
if Imperial do decide to invade.
yeah, these it's obviously like not. We'll have to see something very creative out of Imperial. Oh, sorry, out of LSE if they want to. Oh, sorry. What am I talking about? We want to see something creative out of Imperial if they want to try and get like a strong invade off, because
Mm-hmm.
at this sort of level, it's not that hard just to put 5 people spread across your jungle, um, just to try and scout out anything. So
Yeah.
we'll see if they try and do anything fancy there.
Flash over the wall.
We did
5
see a
people flash
bard
over.
start the other game with going portaling through. I'm sad that we can't see that this game. But yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to see how they do. I think LSE will probably just play it safe. Although, I mean, LSE's comp isn't particularly bad at invades themselves. They have a Galio who's got huge CC with his W, and who else do they have? They have a Tarek too who can also stun up whoever tries to
yeah.
come at them.
Tarek's pretty happy going stun level 1 actually. Not too many supports are happy going the CC on level
Mm.
1, but Tarek can. Um,
So I
yeah.
mean, they still do have those options if Imperial were to just run into LSE's jungle without preparing themselves, and they just run into 5 of them inside a brush.
Oh,
I think
it
they
would be a
don't
dream
really
come
want
true
that
if we
trade.
saw a 5v5 at level 1. I'm hoping that these teams are playing with enough, um, respect for the enemy that they don't do something quite that extreme. But we'll see.
Just level 1 and everyone dies. And it's just like remake in chat.
Hang
Oh,
on,
oh, wait.
Caitlyn is
Was
misfortune.
Caitlyn Misfortune?
Yeah, actually,
Oh,
Incident did say that in chat. In the Twitch chat,
okay.
I just saw. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I
that
did say
makes
I
a lot
was
more sense.
surprised that we didn't see Misfortune picked up, but that makes a lot more
And
sense.
yeah, Misfortune Tarek is strong as
I mean,
well.
the only problem really into the Braum is that he can block a lot of the Misfortune ult if he's allowed to stand there with a shield.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, not really much you can do about it because even if you CC him, the shield stays up. So potentially there's this sort of counter dynamic going on where Braum can just run in and block most of Misfortune's ult. I think in practice that's quite hard to pull off because you're not always in the right position as Braum. You're not always frontlining. You sometimes are, but
Yeah, and if you're playing this board, you might want to use your shield to block off this Warnort as well. And
exactly,
use it
yeah. He's got
backwards.
multiple things to focus on here.
Yeah. So we have to see what he decides to use, what he decides to block in these team fights, whether it's the Ornor or if it's Misfortune, and which way
Yeah.
he decides to point it at.
I mean, the good thing is he only really has two options. Um, Galio's stuff can be blocked, but
Yeah,
it comes out very fast. You'd
yeah.
really have to predict it.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
I think it is either the Misfortune or the Orn here that he needs to be focusing on. Honestly, I think for these team fights, I think if Orn does get a huge knock up with his ultimate, and then Galio follows up, I think that can be devastating to the Imperial side. I think he does need to focus on this Orn ultimate compared to the MF ult, which you can in fact dodge out and you can like walk to the side, and it's much easier to dodge compared to this the Orn one.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. I think that like the team fight potential of LSE's comp, they have basically 5 characters that all have a huge ultimate, and the thing that's going to start that off is probably going to be the Ornn ult. And so if you can stop the first one, then hopefully the rest of them won't be able to land because
Yeah.
there's no CC and you can walk away.
I mean, what you can do is you can send your Lee Sin on a suicide mission and then just press R on Galio.
Yeah. That said, I mean, so we're inferring here that there's going to be like a defensive strategy from Imperial. I'm not sure that's going to be the case.
Well, I mean,
You
looking
have
at their
a
team, look
looking at the team, they've got Sivir and Braum, which are quite defensive champions, but you know, Lucky XU is a master player, and Sivir is his one trick. Potentially, this is going to be an extremely aggressive Sivir frontlining. Who knows?
yeah, and Instance Echo is going to try and look for this Misfortune on the back line because I mean, she's only the only target she can go for really. Like everyone else is either like not really relevant or is a tank.
Yeah.
So
It's worth saying actually that like if the Misfortune ult doesn't land, then where is LSE's damage? I mean, they've got a Galio, that's well and good, but versus the Imperial side, you know, Set can output huge damage, Echo can output huge damage, so can Sivir, and so they're more like a 3-threat comp versus a 2-threat comp. So Galio is definitely going to be forced to build quite heavily towards AP here to make up for his team's lack of damage.
The thing about Galio is like once you go in and use your combo, you have a few seconds in that period, a few seconds period of time where you don't have any damage to deal really, and you got to wait for your cooldowns. And by that time, since you already dashed in, you've used you have no way to get out, so you're in the middle of the enemy team with nothing to deal to them, and that's when you need the Misfortune to follow up.
I think he's probably hoping to have the Taric ult once.
Yeah,
once
that's a good point.
Like you know, that will require coordination from the side of LSE. Can they get the Taric ult off while Galio's not able to output damage and CC?
It looks like we will be getting into the game hopefully.
Very good.
Okay.
Finally. 28 past 7.
Only half an hour late, guys. Okay, let me find the league client. Which one is it?
All right, let's look at the masteries, summoners, whatever they're called. Looks pretty standard across the board, I think. We're expecting to see Grasp on. Concurrently Sin is I think probably one of the few that you can do. Archshock,
we'll
obviously.
get into the game very, very quickly.
Both spots going Guardian, sort of sad, but I think that's probably
the best idea since both sides don't want to be taking that poke damage really.
The problem is that both sides have a hard time reliably landing CC at will, and so Aftershock is really taken by supports that can, where if they're fighting, their CC is definitely landed. Whereas Braum CC takes a bit of time, unless he lands the ult, of course. But that, you know, in lane, it's not going to help too much.
Yeah, so this Guardian is definitely worthwhile over the Aftershock. I do agree with that. Whereas someone like let's say the Galio, like you have such an easy to land, so you can just take that, and that makes him so tanky in these fights as well. It's just yeah, go ahead.
I'm a bit surprised that we don't see an exhaust out of the side of the Taric. Sorry, out of the side of the Braum. And the reason for that is because if they're against this 2-threat comp and you're already expecting the Braum to be like on the front line blocking the misfortune damage, then why not just pop down an exhaust and then you've just removed one of those damage threats. Potentially misfortune ult does like half the damage it normally should do.
I mean, I think
And
he is taking
won
it
the
like
team fight at that
just
point.
for like the lane advantage. Looks like they are getting it for an invade here. In fact, I see that. Yeah, LSE side is just not here at all, so they will be able to steal this away this red buff.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter too much. So Lee Sin probably opt to try and steal Imperial's red. They have warded it, so maybe there'll be some. Maybe he'll get caught out if he tries to do that.
Yeah, looks like Trundle is going straight bot lane here. Level 2. Doesn't really find a pillar, but he goes flashing in, hits the misfortune. She gets ignited. She gets taken low, but she stays alive. Now, let's trade flashes.
I don't know
both
if that's
teams.
worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Sin is currently taking his red buff, so.
I guess Trundle does have red buff, which means that he can recover from that HP difference. I guess we'll probably see them repeat gank bot. I mean, Trundle has a very easy time ganking Misfortune. He just has to put the pillar down. And also, Taric doesn't have the best time defending against ganks.
Yeah.
He's very good at initiating them.
But like, look how low MF is right now on bot lane. She's still on 100 HP.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty cheese, to be honest. But at the same time, they probably should have seen it coming.
Yeah, as you can see, Truman's playing really, really defensively in the top lane right now. He's playing really far back because he knows that Lee Sin is in top side right now, and he doesn't want to get caught.
Yeah, it's a good ward from Imperial. So in fact, they don't try and stop the lead; they're just tracking him, making sure that they know where he's going to be, so they don't like lose the advantage or lose like the lane and top.
Yeah, and you can see what happened because of this bot lane attack at level 2. This MF right now has 3 CS compared to the 15 on Lucky G's side.
Trundle is eyeing up this Misfortune, sitting in a bush right behind it. I don't know if they know that he is there. I can imagine that if he appears behind them in the lane, that's a dead Misfortune.
Yeah, because this Braum is just going to go for a flash Q and hit her. And as you can see, she's going to get stunned up by the Braum. She's going to get taken down surely right here. Even the TP is coming down from Galio. I don't think he can really do anything here. I think, yeah, Imperial side staying reasonably healthy and managed to find this pickup on this MF, who's not having a good day, honestly. She's at 3 CS and she's died once in late.
Yeah, that can't be fun for the Misfortune. I think maybe... I mean, what all can you do there? You have to ward at your Krugs. I mean, that is a common cheese, but I haven't really seen it from a Trundle. I normally see it for stuff like Twitch that will just sort of sneak up behind you in the lane and try and get the double kill. Or, but yeah, extremely aggressive stuff out of the bot lane, which I wasn't expecting actually.
Whereas Lee Sin honestly hasn't had much impact right now. So far he's just been farming most of the time. I'm surprised he didn't look for. I mean, he did try to look for a gank top, but Set was really wary of that, and he wasn't really able to find anyone. Looks like he is going to be going mid right now, but I don't think that's okay.
So they're shoving in mid lane. Might be in.
I think Galio might be looking for a back here.
Might be looking for a back. Yeah, they might be trying to get a dragon fight. So having an early back for the Galio might be helpful for that.
Yeah, you do want your Galio to be as strong as possible for this. This Lee Sin is at least ahead of his counterpart Trundle, so they are going to look to contest this dragon, with Galio hopefully roaming down from mid lane. In fact, Galio actually stays in lane. So. Okay.
Yeah, interesting. I guess if you're walking through and you think the enemy team know where you are already, why not help out away?
Why not just steal some minions away?
Yeah. They probably think. We could try and read into it for hours, but I think we'll just have to say it was the thing they did.
Yeah, but surely Trundle is gonna look towards this bot side now with Echo just recalling and getting his items as well. Seems like pings are coming up onto the dragon.
They've got a while before the Misfortune Flash comes back up. I think they could probably just. I mean, Echo could also gank. He's very much able to proc the Braum stun, like just as well as Sivir is. And so if they had even Echo in bot lane, that would be another kill onto Misfortune. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with the Galio, like clearing the wave pretty easily in mid lane, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the current state of the game, I think this dragon, we'll have to see what this Lee Sin does decide to do about it. He is looking to go bot right now, so he can get anything off there, but Imperial side, as you can see, playing really far back. They've got no reason to walk up right now, so they'll be perfectly safe here. Lee Sin trying to go around, but there's a ward in that brush, so he gets spotted out too. And Imperial side just knowing exactly where this Lee Sin is. Just playing around it very, very well. Well, it looks like they are getting aggressive, in fact. I don't think that was the correct decision. The heal does come out and does save Brom's life. Oh, Tiger's taken so low, down to 100 HP. Will he die? I think he would just be able to walk out. Brom comes back in, tags to Lee Sin. Now, the stun comes out from Tarek. He gets taken down once again. Oh, and Lee Sin gets absorbed.
Just misses. So Tarek's done.
Yeah, that was such a close fight from both sides. Both swords getting taken really, really low there. And just dodging away from the Galio punch.
Yeah, I really like the Trundle. Basically, sort of anticipating the entire thing. He was there to counter gank. They knew it was happening. Brom got the sort of the edge off onto LSE's side. And the only reason he was able to do that and get away with it is because he knew his jungle was in his back pocket.
We see Lee Sin is trying once again to go for this gank, but Trundle is again once in position. They have to pull this off very quickly if they want to. It's like they are going to burst this Sivir down as quick as possible, but the Trundle does come down now. He's chasing somebody.
This is, I think, Lee can go back in. He's got his cooldowns back.
Yeah, I think that's a real misplay there from ICL's side. I think they should have just collapsed onto Lee Sin instead of going chasing for the other two targets, assuming that Lee Sin was dead already. And oh, the stun comes up from Galio, does taunt up the Trundle, and looks like there's going to be a dive here from Truman in top lane. Oh, look at that flash.
Yeah, unfortunately, all of Galio's spells missed there. So we were expecting some damage out of him. I actually thought he might get the kill.
I thought the Trundle was dead there as well.
Yeah, I think he missed both his. Well, I don't know what the spells are, but pretty much all of his damage missed.
Yeah, but I think that was very, very well played by the Lee Sin, just finding that moment to go in and bursting down the Sivir before Imperial side can respond. And then, for some reason, Imperial side deciding to not chase the one target they can guaranteed kill and leaving on like 300 HP, so he can then come back and find another pick off. Looks like Galio is being invaded in the mid lane right now, and his dash gets blocked off, and he'll get taken down very quickly.
Interestingly, Imperial hasn't really been prioritizing this dragon. So we're 9 minutes into the game now, and still, despite the strong early bot lane lead, they haven't taken it.
Yeah, I'm also very surprised.
I mean, it is a win Drake, but maybe they're thinking this game will be so fast that they won't even get to 4 dragons. I think that's pretty bad manners. You might as well get that Drake off the table. Just accelerate your attempt at getting 4 dragons. That's sort of pretty standard way to play the game.
Yeah, they could have had 4 dragons at 20-something minutes, but now since they've just not decided to do it for about 10 minutes of the game, we're gonna have to drag out longer if they are looking for 4 dragons.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well,
so despite the early advantage of bot lane from the Sivir, so 30 CS lead at 10 minutes is massive. They weren't able to convert that into a dragon, and that's just sloppy macro. Yeah. To be honest.
There's no reason why you just can't rotate your ball in there and do the dragon, because the MF is so far behind right now that they can't really contest it if you have the support.
Yeah, I mean they were fighting without flashes and pretty much coming on top. But they had a strong advantage, and it's a bit sad to see that we didn't. They weren't able to sort of abuse that to get a dragon out of it.
Yeah, he's set doing a lot of damage to this Ornn right now in the top lane. Outplaying them very, very heavily.
It's another huge CS lead in top lane. In fact, CS leads across the board apart from Lee Sin.
Lee Sin has mostly been farming for the whole time in this game, whereas Trundle has been just camping bot lane really, really hard. So, understandable discrepancy.
Yeah, this is a huge wave that Ornn does not want to miss out on.
Yeah, if we want to check out the gold graph, right now, Imperial side about 4k gold ahead in total, and about 1.5 is on the Sivir, 800 on the Echo, and the rest is pretty much all in top lane. Looks like Lee Sin does decide to go into a fight in bot lane, and I think both are maybe dead, or maybe they... Wait, what? How? Oh! Okay, well, Lee Sin does manage to find a pick up onto the board, at least. They do find one for that trade. I think that's a good punishment by him, finding bot lane in that position there.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, he's going for round 2! Oh!
Amazing.
Okay.
That was actually really solid.
I think that's kind of worth. At least it means his MF can get back in the game now. Because beforehand,
Yeah.
his MF was just falling further and further behind. And okay, I guess Ornn was going to get doped there.
Was necessary. I think he was trying to interrupt the channel of the Herald, but it's a lot shorter channel time.
Yeah, they changed it now, so it's not that easy.
It's almost. I think it'll be after the entire. I think it'll be done by the time the Ornn ram actually hits.
Yeah, well, it looks like Galio one's going to be caught out. He's trying to ult out, but he gets slammed behind the set right into a wall, and he's gonna be dead right now. Not looking too good for him today.
Yeah, so it's a 5k gold lead at 12 minutes. It's pretty enormous. How do you reckon we see LSE come back from this?
I mean, honestly, I do think that they have this scaling on their side. They have this Ornn, they have a Galio, and what they're hoping for is late game that this MF honestly just becomes unkillable with their Taric and their 2 tanks, and she needs to put out the immense damage she needs to save this game right now. It looks like Incident might get caught out in mid lane right now. The stun does come up just in time to save his life, but he decides to ult back in.
But yeah, there's absolutely no way he's getting that kill, but he he saw red and he went for it. Honestly, Lee Sin might become an issue. It's in his hands to try and snowball this game, and it's going to be sort of just trying to get onto the Sivir, get onto the Echo, and just sort of beat them down. I think he's probably going a lot of AD items, and he has to, really. There's no other way.
It looks like he's trying to go for another gank bot lane here, but Trundle is in position to defend this.
Yeah, it's a nice Tribush ward from the Imperial side. They spotted the Lee Sin out. But they might not know that Galio's also there.
Yeah, Galio's looking for a roam down as well. If Galio's definitely down here, they cannot win this fight, I don't think. Unless they play it very, very well.
Yeah, Echo teleports up in like 9 seconds, and so he will be available for this fight if it stalls for another few seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Galio gets spotted on this ward here, walking back to mid lane, so they know that they are bot lane right now. Looks like they are engaging in bot lane. They stun up the Taric, takes him down before the ultimate comes down to save his life, and he'll fall.
Yeah, he paused a second there before putting his ult on, and if you're getting engaged on as a Taric, the first thing you do is press your ult. Yeah, I think he might have been able to survive a little bit longer if he pushed it immediately.
Yeah, good vision there by Imperial side, spotting out that Lee Sin and Galio had walked back mid lane, and they could freely engage onto the enemy bot lane, and picking up a kill for that, and probably this tower actually too.
Yeah, I would really like to see them take this dragon. I mean, it is an infernal dragon. They have no excuse. It's not even a bad dragon.
Maybe they will finally do it. They'll take a dragon. Oh, look, Trundle's in position. Who's gonna do it?
Beautiful stuff. Lee Sin is nowhere near. I think they've effectively conceded this one.
Yeah.
Might make sense. It's unlikely they'd win a fight in bot lane at this point in time. Potentially Lee Sin's gonna go for a top lane gank.
So Ornn is trying to trade with this set. He slams his way out and takes them both very, very low, and he himself is not taking any damage. And
That's actually a really beautiful set ult, landing it straight into the Lee Sin.
Okay, yeah. Well, he just won that 1v2 very, very cleanly. Like, he was like, oh yeah, this is 1v2, I've got this.
And that was on flash, and Set didn't even use his. Yeah. So that outplay was huge. There were no kills, but effectively Set just sort of showed, who is the dominant top laner in this game.
Whew. Well, we're going in now. Oh, Lee Sin. Didn't dice that.
That would have been not. That would have been suboptimal.
That would have been. Oh, but Set Set comes in. Leeson has to dash away from it. I think he does manage to live. Okay, I think Kuman was looking for a pick off there.
Looking for a style kill.
Yeah, couldn't quite
trying
find
to
it
flash
there.
behind the turret.
But I mean, Imperial side do manage to pick up another tower here, and that increases the gold lead even more. They're at about 6k right now.
The set is also looking towards top lane. There's a very low HP turret. He just has to push the wave in.
I mean, yeah, it's just 16 minutes in, and we got 3 hours towers down already. It's not good luck for the LSE side.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. I mean, where's Lee Sin going to be looking next? He really wants to kill that Sivir, but she's got flashback. So she's got flash and heal, so it's going to be quite difficult. He does have flash himself. Oh no, he does spot it. He does spot the ward.
Doesn't walk past.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, oh look at this Trundle build actually. He's got Zeke's Convergence.
Zeke's Convergence.
Interesting.
Quite, yeah.
That's not what I would have expected.
Not what I expected, but it does actually. I can imagine it working quite well. It's just probably going to pop that onto the Sivir, and they're
just trying to snowball the Sivir as much as possible. Even though he's got 3 kills himself. Honestly, he could just go like full damage if he wanted to, but he's playing for the team. He knows what his win conditions are.
Yeah. We're all seeing the Black Cleaver coming out from set right now, so he is extremely strong.
Oh, he's got 2 items already.
2 items already, and that's also going to help out the Sivir.
Oh no, Trundle, not Trundle, Tarek's going to get caught out by the Trundle, and he's going to take it down very, very quickly. He doesn't even have time to pop his ultimate. And Ganya's going to get blocked off once again, but that's such a big MFO!
Oh
like,
my
all
God.
3 people takes down the Sivir pretty much single-handedly. Braum comes in, but oh, that was such a big MF ult there in that fight.
That was a beautiful MF ult. I think once again, like my Heartshaker showing a bit of unfamiliarity with the Tarek, like just not popping the ult sooner. You could say that he was like waiting to make it more effective on the MF, but I would have liked to see him pop it a bit sooner.
I mean, I think he just got caught out of position there, like, and got collapsed on by Imperial side.
Yeah.
I mean, his ult earlier might have saved his life, but I think honestly, might have still died there. It's like Woodman is looking for an extremely aggressive play here, does manage to find the kill once the leads in. Somehow, Braum comes in, saves his life. What is going on here? I have no idea, but somehow the set is just rolling through the side of LSE, smacking them, punching them one after the other, and he's still going to stay alive. The Braum does fall down to attack, but
that was just
4 kills to Imperial's
like going in 1v1.
This MF is also going to die, and LSE just got aced at
So we had a
18 minutes.
huge contrast between the last team fight with an enormous misfortune ult. And then just that LSE getting picked off 1 by 1.
Yeah, they were just going in 1 by 1. Like Lee Sin got caught, he died. The Galio ulted it, and then he died. And then Tarek came over, tried to save his life as Lord, and then both of them died too.
LSE cat asking, are we allowed to forfeit? I don't actually know.
I don't think there's any reason why they're not allowed to forfeit.
Yeah, I mean,
That is a big order. Yeah,
if Misfortune was in position there, that could have been all 3 of them dead.
Yeah, but she was in base respawning, so
Yeah.
good thing for Imperial side. Although they don't really need that luck right now because they stuck a 10k gold lead, and the game is pretty much in the back for them so far.
Yeah, I suspect this dragon will go over to the Imperial side. LSE don't really have control of their red side jungle. I think if they go in, they're gonna get picked off, just like last time.
Yeah, looks like the Sivir is gonna get taken away. The blue buff is gonna get taken away by the Sivir, not the other way around. And
yeah, so if this game does go long enough to have an Ocean Soul, I think it's the most oppressive soul out of all 4.
Yeah, definitely. Ocean Soul
like
is so strong. Just like in terms of everything, honestly, like Ocean Soul is by far the best one. And if this goes to either side, it's going to be such a huge burst. You know, I think this game is going to end before the Ocean Soul gets picked up by either side.
I think if I could pick a few unkillable champions, Set and Echo would be up there, number 1 and 2, and Ocean Dragon and Ocean Soul just makes that unbearable.
Yeah, well, looks like LSE are going for a Baron without their MF.
Hasn't been hasn't been scouted out just
Yeah,
yet.
but without the MF, they're not going to be doing much damage on it right now. Trundle is walking over, so he will spot this out that they are on Baron. Still at 8k HP, so probably just have to disengage there. That's really interesting considering MF wasn't there at the start of that Baron take. Like, their primary damage source.
They get it. I mean, they have to make desperation plays like that. I actually applaud them for the effort. If Imperial don't scout them out and they do get a Baron, that is one way in which they come back into this game. I don't see many ways in which they do come back into this game.
Yeah, Imperial's gonna have
Give
to
it
make
another
some big
minute and
fumbles.
Imperial will take that Baron, and that opportunity will be closed.
Now Echo here, building in his second item. He's got his Lich Bane as well.
Oh dear. Disrespect from the Trundle. He doesn't really take much damage right now.
He's a tanky boy when he. What's someone?
I don't know what to say about that.
I'm not sure how that happened, but Sivir does get picked off, which means that LSE side do have a chance to win this fight right now, and Trundle has just got to run away, and this could be Baron for LSE,
That
honestly.
has to be Baron. They have no other opportunity to win this game than go Baron right now.
But they
yes,
seem to
there's
be
a setup.
against going to Baron for some reason. Yeah, I agree. I think right now is their best chance to take it because the Sivir is down, and I mean, I guess Set could still kill them all, but that's quite unlikely if you're playing spread and playing well. Instead, they're just looking to, I don't know, walk around mid lane, push out a tower, maybe take one mid tower.
Yeah, getting an outer turret's nice. I doubt they'll see much benefit out of that in terms of they're going to get pushed back almost immediately after this.
Yeah, I mean, taking one mid tower is nowhere near comparable to taking Baron buff.
Yeah, it might just be out of respect for the Set, who is huge right now.
I mean, they don't even take the mid tower, so they don't actually get anything out of those two kills apart from the gold.
A bit of damage on mid, a bit of damage on top turret, but not much at all really.
Yeah, all of the Imperial's towers still standing so far.
So LSE side is still waiting on the Misfortune ult, so I doubt they're going to defend this too heavily. I'm not sure if Imperial's keeping count of that Misfortune ult, but potentially they're scared of it.
Yeah, like once Orn ult comes up and NF ult comes up, LSE definitely have time to turn around this fight, and it looks like the turret ult will be absolutely massive, but doesn't matter. Imperial side still take this fight, still find the kills. They find the inhibitor, and they're gonna look to push into their base and hopefully take the victory.
I think that's game.
You know, I was looking at that fight, I was like, whoa, this looks really good for LSE side. And then
Misfortune potentially could have tried to dodge out of the Echo stun. I think she was more committed to getting the crazy ult off than just staying alive, which should always be your primary objective as an AD carry.
Yeah, and Gary will fall too, and this will be game for Imperial. 1-0 so far. Very well played to the Imperial side. Showing very, very clean topside performance and a strong performance by Karma, I think, just camping bot lane, as well as Truman for somehow pulling a lead out against this Ornn, beating the 1v2s and just absolutely slamming them down in his own jungle when the Lee Sin tried to invade him. So
yeah,
very, very
I never
good
got the
performance.
impression that he was threatened in any way whatsoever. I mean, he was using his flash aggressively at all times. They didn't really have an answer to the Set, I think.
Yeah, he didn't die a single time that game, neither did the Trundle. Whereas LSE side, after seeing how strong the Sivir was in the early game, they all like tunneled onto the Sivir. That's why she died 4 times, I think. And they just ignored all the other sources on Imperial side.
We did I did hype up Lucky XU as a Sivir a main and his master in solo queue. Potentially LSE sort of over funneled on trying to just kill him, and you know at the expense of the top side of the map. So
Yeah.
you know Set was pretty much able to do whatever he pleased, as was Trundle. Echo we didn't really see much out of, at least in the early game, but yeah. I don't know. We did see Sivir die a lot, but it didn't really seem to matter.
I want to take a look at this damage chart right now. That's a lot of damage dealt by the Set. Not something honestly I was expecting when this game started. I thought the Echo and the Sivir would be their primary damage sources, but the Set just got so far ahead that he was just clapping the enemy team. very, very easily. Right, well,
Yeah.
I think we'll be taking a short break. We'll be back soon when game 2 starts. And I hope you'll be back to listen to us as well. Thank you for watching. Wait, where is it? Ah. Hello, guys, and welcome back. It looks like we will be going into game two. Imperial side have switched to the blue side, and LSE on the red today. Let me just switch over to the client. Here we go. So
Yep,
once
Talia
again,
ban straight away. That's for Delirious. This guy's a Talia one trick. He's got
yeah,
a pretty respectable solo queue win rate on Talia,
I mean Imperial
55%.
taking it seriously, even though they smashed the first game pretty hard.
Yeah, I think that's good to see. I think it would be sad if they started trolling here. I think that's how you see comebacks.
Yeah, they're respecting their opponent here. They don't want to lose it 1-2 and get reverse swept. I think
Yeah,
that's quite good.
Elise is a strong jungler right now. And also one of Karma's like top two picks.
Yeah, I mean
So
Karma duos with instant a lot, and he plays Kiana, so Karma's usually on the either his Nidalee or the Elise most of the time.
yeah. I'd be interested to see if we see a Sivir ban come out. I know it wasn't super effective last game, but we've seen that Lucky XU is very happy to pick it up. It's his comfort pick, despite not being meta, it's still extremely strong.
Or maybe a set ban.
Maybe a set ban. Yes, I would love to see a set ban here. I feel like if they actually there are still quite a few things they might want to ban. Um, hmm.
Or they looking to ban the Nidalee again. Honestly, I think they do need to change something up for this game. And well, they just seem to ban the Nidalee again. Maybe Truman just insta-lock set once again.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's a okay.
Oh,
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 how boring it's the Ornn. But probably a sensible pick because you can flex it in mid and top.
yeah. Imperial
And we
side
have seen
very, very
Imperial move
willing
this.
to do that. Oh no. Well, we have to see if the side of
I think
LSE.
they'll pick Lee Sin as one of these two picks
Yeah.
because it was really effective last game. Um, it's a strong jungler in general. Take it away from the enemy team. I don't really see
We'll have to see
taking
if the
away the
same.
set.
We'll have to see if the same happens here on the LSC side, taking a set into the Ornn, or if Truman somehow rolls down this set as well.
I
Perhaps.
think I think that's a smart choice, taking it away from because that could be an on mid, in which case set top or set support still very viable options. And so taking away the set makes sense.
Exactly, exactly. Now we'll have to see what else they decide to pick here on this rotation. It looks like it will be the Braum taking that away
Okay.
from Imperial. Are they just swapping teams? Are they just swapping like teams?
um, that would be the ultimate disrespect if Imperial are able to beat them with the complete reverse team comps. um, but yeah, they're giving away that the set is not a set support. Um, so that will be a set top lane probably.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could still flex it mid, but I don't think we'll be seeing that today. It looks like a Lucian comes out from Imperial side. Again, Lucian is another pick you can flex both in the bot lane and in the mid lane. We'll have to see where that goes, or even the top maybe.
Yeah, Lucian probably more of a takeaway because Lucian Braum is an extremely scary combination. Turns Braum from a more passive champion into an aggressive one very easily. And the Nautilus pickup, I think this is very sensible. Just an overall very strong engaged support
Hmm.
paired with an Ornn means that their team has sort of unparalleled engage. Of two champions, they probably have the most CC out of any two champions.
I guess Leona maybe has like more CC, but I think
Uh,
Nautilus is
yeah,
basically the same concept pretty much, and it probably does fit their team comp better because the hook has such a stupid hit. But like you see Nautilus hook, right? The
yeah.
hitbox.
Yeah. So the question is that actually a Vayne? We don't know yet.
It could be a
Uh,
Vayne. Like we saw Butterflies yesterday try to play a Vayne into the Ornn, and it was, I mean, apart from the laning phase, which wasn't great, it was quite effective into the Ornn once
yeah, I
in
mean,
the later stages of the game.
up against two tanks, you could say that the Vayne makes a lot of sense.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
into a Lucian is pretty rough of a lane, unless you're able to sort of reactively dodge the Lucian Q. Um, as a Vayne, it's quite hard. Um, might be able to pull it off. We'll see.
We will have to see. Indeed, looks like both sides putting out their bans so far. Cassiopeia will be banned from the side of LSE. I think that's quite reasonable ban. Cassiopeia,
Yeah.
the miasma is means like you can't flash away, you can't move away, you can't use your movement abilities, and all of LSE side right now have their movement abilities they want to be using. So I think that's a good ban away.
Yeah. Um, Interesting that we haven't seen any junglers picked up at this point. There are other strong junglers of lots of jungler bans. No jungler picks.
Mm.
We've still got Shyvana open, still got Rek'Sai open. Lee Sin is still open. So really, these junglers have the entire well, I mean there have been a few banned, Nidalee, Elise, Kiana, Jarvan, but there's plenty available in the top tier jungle right now.
Yeah, and they decided to go for the Ziggs mid and leave their leave their jungle bat pick till last apparently, which is
Yeah,
very interesting.
counter picking the jungle is an interesting one. Maybe they'll see an Olaf in response to the extreme amount of CC from Imperial side. Zac would be um it would be obnoxious to play against
I
effectively.
think that is also quite obnoxious to play against. I have to say, picking the Shyvana and
I think that Shyvana makes a lot of sense. They've got enough CC. They don't need a Zac. Shyvana brings huge damage.
yeah, we saw
It
yesterday's
makes
game
sense.
how much damage Shyvana deals. Just a single, I don't even know what that ability is called, but it's so strong.
Right now they're quite AP heavy. They've got AP Shyvana, Nautilus AP, Ornn AP. Lucian in the late game struggles to output the same damage as any sort of traditional AD carry rather than a caster one.
Oh,
Um,
okay, it is a Lucian mid it
I
seems.
Lucian mid, yep, Sivir AD carry.
And there's a
Hang on.
Yumi.
um,
Uh, okay, well,
I
I'm assuming these guys aren't relaying some information, some crucial information we need to know.
yeah,
Because of these team
I think
comps.
the Imperial team comp made a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not sure about the Yumi last pick. I think the
I mean, I
Braum.
hope it's a proxy for something else, because
Uh,
solo
yeah,
lane
or
Yumi, oh,
it could be solo lane Braum. I don't know. That sounds terrible. It's Yi apparently. Yumi is Yi.
Yumi is Yi. That's not something I was expecting to see.
Um, so Vayne and Yi makes a lot of sense with a Braum proccing the um.
I mean, I don't know, but like Imperial side, they have lots of hard CC.
They
This
have a
is
lot of
Yi
hard
just gonna
CC.
get CC'd up and then die in these
Yeah, I
fights.
actually don't know how he's going to avoid that, given that it is knock up CC as well. I would have loved to see an Olaf. I think that would have been the perfect sort of counter pick to Imperial's comp at this point. Just ignore all that CC they have.
Yeah, I think Olaf would be a good choice in that composition, but instead it
Also, he
decides to go
just
for the Yi.
yeah, he could have ran down the Sivir very easily. I think Yi will struggle a bit.
So
Yeah,
it reminds me of like MSC games where you have like a D2 jungler and the rest of our team is quite bad, and then we just pick Yi for him and then he just steamrolls us. That's our one true hope.
yeah. I mean, definitely LSE side, their jungler is one of their stronger players. We saw the Lee Sin from last game, like popping off. Like this guy was playing very well as Lee. I don't think he was the reason they lost.
Yeah,
So potentially as Yi with the hard carry potential, I think he's gonna get 100% shut down by the Ornn, the Nautilus. Those two champions alone have enough CC to just like instantly kill a Yi.
and yeah, and in this early game, I think Shyvana is going to be dealing huge damage to the Yi as well. So he's not going to have a good time in the early game either.
Yeah, I think it's maybe sensible because Shyvana is just looking to hard farm, and so if you're a jungler, knowing that the opponent is definitely going to hard farm implies that you're also able to just hard farm, and Yi is very happy about that.
I mean, I
Um,
think Shyvana has a much greater impact in these fights than this Yi. So I'll have to
um,
see.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
Hard to say really, until we see them face off against each other. Both definitely high damage characters. Um, I worry that LSE side has too much sort of characters that need protection. Like
yeah.
the Vayne, you know, she can't doesn't get a free pass into the late game. Neither does the Yi.
But yeah,
Um,
if they have that protection, they can pop off and they can 1v5 the enemy team if they have the protection. But if they're just left alone, I mean, Vayne, she can die very, very easily. Just get hit by one Nautilus hug, and she's gone. It's the same with the Master Yi. And Ziggs is also very squishy. It's gonna be very squishy as well.
yeah. Um, at the very least, they do have the damage to get through an Ornn. Um, so that's something
Definitely.
that their comp has in spades. I think they've got 4 high damage characters here. Um, they've also got the Ziggs for wave clear, so they're not lacking in wave clear either. I think the problem they're going to have is that their lanes, apart from top lane, which is probably set, probably will do fine into the Ornn. Mid lane, I think Lucian's quite a aggressive and can sometimes be quite a depressive mid laner to play against. He's criticized not because his laning's bad, it's because he just doesn't do very much. And especially Vayne Braum is an extremely weak lane, unless you play it very well.
Yeah.
I mean, Sivir is one of the AD carries that you do like to play into. So Vayne has a few alright matchups, and Sivir is one of them. So potentially, they'll match up alright. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
We've got
honestly,
3
from
minutes.
Imperial side, I would have liked to see a different AD carry, but knowing how lucky she is, Sivir mostly plays Sivir in his early games, I think it's fair
Yeah.
enough if that's what he's comfortable on instead of anything else.
Yeah. So yeah, it's sort of both teams have a lot of damage. I think Imperial side skews a bit more towards hard CC, and LSE side is quite lacking in hard CC actually. So there's a chance that one of these AD carries just becomes unstoppable, and what are they really going to do to shut them down? I mean, they'll have to out damage them.
Yeah, and Sivir has her spell shield, which she can block CC with, like maybe a Bromo.
Exactly.
And honestly, that's about it. Like Ziggs is his satchel charge, but he's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna be
mean,
chucking that out at the Sivir, is he? And
Set
Set,
can't jump at you. That's pretty obnoxious to deal with as an AD carry. But he's only got one of those, and they've got 2 AD carries to deal with.
mm, and he is gonna be chucking that Ornn into the backline though, and that Ornn is gonna be extremely tanky when it hits the late game fights. He's gonna have so much extra HP. So these AD carries need to make sure that they're not caught in the settle when he wants to on.
Yeah, we saw some amazing gameplay from Set by Truman last game. He was basically untouched, and I'd love to see if my Heartshaker can pull off the same sort of Set dominance that we saw last game. It's exactly the same matchup. We got Ornn versus Set. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, sorry. It's
Yeah, yeah,
Lucian
yeah.
top. It's
Oh,
Lucian top.
solution top.
We've
Oh,
been, we've
it is
been
solution top.
chatting absolute shit here. I actually think the Lucian top might fare a bit better against the Set. Just the range advantage.
Yeah, I think the Ornn probably just builds MR and soaks up most of the Ziggs' damage.
Yeah, as a Ziggs, what do you really do? You clear the wave, but so does Ornn. Um, Ornn's just looking to survive in lane. He's gonna get tanky enough that eventually he's gonna be able to just ignore the Ziggs. Although, I hope we don't see a completely passive laning phase. I mean, it might be because it is an Ornn, and there's a reason that Incident hates playing this champion. It's because it really is not very interactive of a champion.
I
But
mean,
then again,
you
neither
just
is
play it
Ziggs.
to get a free win, right? In solo queue, you're like, oh, pick one, we win game.
Yeah.
Just AD carry gets ahead, build him good items.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think in the late game, I want to hand this to Imperial. I don't know about
Ooh.
you.
I mean, I think the thing about LSE side is that they definitely have the potential to be extremely strong in this late game. It's just that with this Master Yi and with this Vayne, and with not much protection, I think both of them can get caught out very, very easily, especially from how much CC Imperial have on their side. So I'm honestly not sure if the late game fights are favored in their favor, and Imperial might
Yeah.
just take it because of how strong the team composition is compared to LSE side.
Imperial's comp is a lot easier to execute in the
So
late
we
game.
will be going into the game. Let me just
So
transition.
Shyvana simply just has to press Q. Sivir just has to press Alt. Nautilus has to press R. It's very simple team fights for them. Whereas, look at LSE side. Vayne, she's got to dodge every bit of CC. So does the Yi. Ziggs has got to land his damage onto the back line. He's going to do nothing to the front line of Ornn. And similarly, this Braum is like looking to defend maybe one or all of his carries. It's certainly not as straightforward as it is for Imperial.
Yeah, Imperial side just sat in front and then just catch someone out and kill them, and then catch someone out and then kill them, and then Shyvana's just poking them down with the thing, whatever it's called. What is that thing called? I should probably learn it. No, wait, where is Shyvana? I can do this. Where is she? She's there, right? Is this right? Ah, there we go. Flame breath. Okay. Well, now I know what it's called.
Good to know. Yeah, jungler's doing the standard thing by putting a ward down, backing.
Yeah, no invades today.
Getting the Oracle's lens on the way back.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like a pretty standard start. Yi starting top side, Shyvana starting bot side. I wonder if we will see a cheese gank again. It was Imperial doing it last time.
Cheese gang by Yi.
I think it's unlikely that we'll see that from Imperial, obviously. And also, Shyvana just wants to farm, so...
I don't think there'll be too much action in this early game, honestly. Like, unless someone gets caught bot lane, maybe. Or if Truman does a really crazy outplay. Apart from that, I don't see much happening. Because mid lane instance do so good damage. Bot lane, like, not much is gonna happen. I don't think, unless the Vayne gets caught by a hook or something, which I don't think is gonna happen. And
we have a DC.
He's back. He's back. See,
no pause. No, it's been paused.
Oh dear. Well, what's happening? Everyone's leaving. I think someone.
Who knows?
I think quite a lot of people's internet just died there.
Yep. So LSE's secret strategy, DDoS attack.
It's working on their own players too. Anyway, Massey is looking for an invade on top side there. He is going to take away that blue buff, so we have to see if Shyvana realizes that. And actually, there is a ward on there, so Shyvana is probably going to be vertical jungling and take Massey's blue as well.
Yeah. So one thing that's worth maybe saying is that Imperial were able to get a lot of their lead last game out of the early game.
Oh, Vayne! No, that's not what we wanted to happen. And the heal comes out too, as well as the flash. I mean, that was the one thing I said that could happen in bot lane, is that Vayne getting caught out by a hook. And that's exactly what happened on level 1. I can't believe it.
I'm not sure why the Vayne was stepping forward when...
Yeah, the Braum was really far back there.
Braum knew that they were about to like get level 2 late.
Varsity gank kick at level 3?
That's what I want to see.
Why can't my solo queue junglers do this to me when I'm playing top?
I want to see Yi pop off here. I mean, he was popping off somewhat as the Lee Sin last game. But sadly the kill didn't go over to the Yi.
No, went to the set, but I mean this set is going to be quite strong now. He's going to hopefully trade back towards Lucian a bit more now that he's got a kill.
Yeah, so early gold lead goes over to LSE. That's definitely the opposite of what happened in the last game.
Yeah, they are a few gold ahead, but I mean Vayne is gonna have to play very safe now without this healer, without the flash. Like he's gonna have to be very careful about this Shyvana in case she decides to go down. Looks like the one is gonna headbutt the 6. He's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's just about able to ignore the Ziggs. He's about a wave behind CS right now. Sort of to be expected. Ornn doesn't really expect to keep up in the first few waves.
I mean, it's okay, you're playing Ornn. Doesn't matter if you're missing a couple of minions.
Yeah. But like, so Imperial's lead last game was generated a lot through the early game, and we're not seeing that here. So maybe there's a chance that, you know, if Imperial aren't able to get the same lead,
yeah, it looks like Massey is coming to camp top, but Truman was aware of that, and he does manage to get out. Very good awareness from him there.
Yeah, it helps to have river wards, so he sees the Yi coming.
I'm honestly surprised that Yi is just staying top lane and just waiting for Truman to overstep again. I guess he just wants to get back farming and scaling up into the late game. Oh, misses his stunt. He's gonna have to walk away. Instant is actually quite low here in the mid lane, I think. Oh no, that's the wrong way you want to be knocking me on.
Yeah, I think if that satchel charge lands and Ornn gets hit towards the Zig with a chance for at least forcing the on flash.
Yeah, we see that this Vayne right now is very, very low.
Who's
so he got
managing to
200
stay
HP.
within 10 CS of the Sivir.
Yeah.
And given the early like setback, I'm pretty impressed with that.
It's like Truman is trying to trade with the set right now. Taking him quite low, but I think he should be able to get out unless he does. Okay, he won't go in any further. I think that's fair. Just pushing the set out. Hopefully picking up a nice wave there as well.
Yeah. Yi starting the dragon very early.
Yeah, but looks like Shimano might come over and just check in time. And with bot lane roaming up as well, the Nautilus is coming. He's gonna have to get out here. He might have to. He doesn't even have flash right now. He's just gonna die here, surely. And he does go down.
He got it within 200 HP of his target. I think he got it down to 600 before he died.
Oh,
Not
unfortunate
quite
to
enough.
him. What does mean Infernal Dragon does go to Imperial side? Which is,
Yeah,
I guess
they
that's the
didn't
only way they
really
take early
prioritize it.
drakes. The enemy jungle leashes it for them.
Yeah. And that's given them now an 800 gold lead, sort of not just from the farm, also the kill on the. So going more towards the same way as last game.
Yeah, and we see this huge jungle difference right now. Like, like in terms of CS, because Shyvana is about 20 CS ahead of this Yi, which is absolute. Wait, what's going on here in top? Is Truman gonna die? Oh dear, Truman.
Yeah.
He's gone. He just got solo killed by a set. He's got
Very
ninja
nice solo
tabbies.
kill.
I think that just means Set is not a very well balanced character, honestly.
Credits to Heartshaker there, you know. He recognizes that this Lucian has no flash, it's a very long lane, and Set can just sort of creep up on you and start dealing huge amounts of
Yeah,
damage.
fair enough. Nothing taken away from him. Like,
He
he
also
didn't manage
noticed
to put
that
it
the Lucian bought a cull. It's quite a
Wait,
like
what?
a BM item to build again when you're already like a kill down. And I like to see that the Set was able to punish that.
Why does he go cold? Does he not want to, like, don't you play Lucian to win the lane phase? Like, doesn't building a cold kind of defeat the purpose?
Well, I think if you think you can already win it hard enough, then
But he's not winning it hard enough though.
he's definitely not anymore, no. So he's hovering topside. I like this. Shyvana's still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I think he's got the blue buff timings up. He knows this blue buff is up. He's gonna come and take it away.
Yeah, we've also got Herald coming up very shortly, so it's gonna be a dive or just...
Oh, are they gonna find this kill? I don't think they will. I think Karma will just go to... Oh, what's going on? Mid lane actually. Instant is fighting with this six. Does throw out the ignite. Does flash over, but ooh, I think he just about stays alive. Yeah, he does stay alive with the ignite, but he's gonna have to commit his flash as well and get forced out of lane.
There's a trade of flashes. Ziggs doesn't have teleport, so that will hurt him a bit.
Oh no, Truman! Can't get caught in that, something like that. Does put out quite a bit of damage onto the set though.
Yeah, Set doesn't have ult yet, so he's waiting.
Yeah, what? Oh, that was really close in fact. That culling nearly taking down the set. Putting him down to double digits in HP. Poor Vayne trying to farm under time.
Yeah, the
He's
CS
getting
lead
poked
has sort of grown in bot lane. Siv's now around 20 CS up.
Yeah, we see
Might
this huge
equalize a
wave
bit with the wave.
crashing to top lane as well actually.
Yeah, so CS overall is going overall to Imperial.
Shyvana flying over the wall. Will she be able to find the set? I don't think she will. He does walk away with his life. But what I find interesting was Massey actually managed to take both blue buffs on the map. And Shyvana didn't want that blue buff in the enemy jungle, and now he's looking for a possible gank on the bot side as well. Whereas Imperial side are heavily focused on the top tower right now. See how many tower plates he can get from that.
Yeah, somehow, even though Yi was hovering top, he wasn't able to get the Herald. Shyvana picked it up. I think they're probably just going to set it top. I think this is going to equalize the top lane advantage quite heavily. That's going to be all 4 plates going over to the Lucian.
I mean, I'm surprised they just didn't drop the Herald there and take the tower. I think that's quite a good opportunity, but maybe he wants to save it for later, maybe for a different lane. To try and get some more plates.
If they're trying to like prioritize farm onto the Lucian for this cull, then it sort of makes sense for the lane to stay open a bit longer. They got the plates. So in that sense, it's like that they got what they came for, and they're still holding on to the Herald. So it's pretty greedy in terms of they could have got that turret if they wanted to, but they chose not to.
Yeah, Imperial just looking to freeze this lane right here. Or maybe not.
So saving grace from LSE is that Ziggs is farming very well, keeping up with even the Sivir. So he's at 87 right now. 10 minutes is pretty respectable.
It's just standing there farming while they can throw everything at. Oh.
Ornn does not have ult here, but he doesn't take damage.
He's not really taking much damage, honestly. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah. So LSE are positioned pretty well to take this dragon. Sivir's still in base, and the Shyvana has made her way down, and so I think the opportunity.
Oh, but Shyvana might get caught out here. Walks into the brush without seeing the Yi, but Yi is now way too afforded. Look, he just gets CC'd up, and he gets taken down very, very quickly. The Ziggs is going to fall surely as well, and he does indeed to the Ornn. And I mean, this dragon, it just goes towards Imperial now.
Yeah, I think we predicted this in Champions League, exactly what's going to happen to the Yi. Yes, he could go in, but yeah, he dodged some CC. He didn't dodge all of it though. That means you die. It's extremely squishy.
Like we see the Shyvana just like flash back into her, it wasn't flash, it was her leap back into her own team, which brought the Yi right into 3 members of Imperial's team, and just gets taken out very, very quickly there.
I like that. You can abuse the Yi. He's locked into following you once he presses Q. Yeah, so not looking quite so good for LSE anymore. Now 3k gold lead at 12 minutes. Not as large as it was last game. So 2 turrets, 2 dragons.
Oh, Vayne! Okay.
Forces the flash and the heal out of Vayne. Pretty good trade so far.
Yeah, I mean, Vayne, you can't get caught by these hooks like this is how you lose bot lane, getting hit by these hooks. And Sivir dodges the Braum. Oh, in fact, there's a TP coming down from the set as well, but he's gonna come down too late. The Braum is already dead. Will they be able to find a pick onto this Nautilus? I think he stays alive, just about. And a triple kill going to this Shyvana. She's got 5 kills. What on earth is going on?
Yeah, and Imperial are really happy they saved onto this Herald now, because that's going to be 4 plates instantly for the bot lane.
That's going to be a lot of money going towards the Sivir.
Given that Set is not there anymore, that's a top lane turret anyway, so they got exactly what they wanted. Just took a few more minutes.
Wow, I mean,
just overall destruction. Nothing's happening in mid lane. And that's exactly
I wasn't expecting too much to happen, honestly. It's an Ornn. Like,
it's an Ornn.
Unless Ziggs this place, he's not going to get a kill, and Ziggs is going to do damage to him. So they're both just chilling and farming, really. And neither side has already got any jungle attention, which is fair enough, because I don't think you can gank either of these, really.
Yeah, both quite safe in a very short lane. So I think the play out Imperial so far has been pretty clean.
Yeah.
All over the map, making advantages. Despite the early kills onto the Lucian, he was able to sort of neutralize that threat and actually almost kill the set a few times. He's got a huge CS lead in top lane, 40 CS. Makes up for 2 kills, in fact.
Yeah, I mean,
so I imagine in gold.
Just take a look at gold. Like, he is about pretty much 1.5k gold ahead of the set, even though he's 2 kills behind. It's just the difference those power plays make, as well as the turret going down.
Yeah.
And this gives the Imperial side a total of 7k gold lead at 14 minutes, pretty much. Which is another incredible gold lead. Like, this is not a gold lead you can bounce back from very easily, unless Imperial decide to throw this game away.
Yeah, and we mentioned in the champion select that both junglers here would be looking to hard farm, and Shyvana's doing that a lot more successfully.
I mean, she's also farming the champions, so... Oh, Truman! They didn't find the last proc! Oh, okay, well, they just about do, but... I mean, that doesn't really change anything. He does stay alive. He did have to quit the flash, but so did the set and the Braum, actually. So, probably a good trade for him.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Looks like Cookie is roaming over. He does press the R onto his Braum. Braum might just go down into the exhaust. Does come out. And Truman might get stunned up here. Oh, and he does. And he gets taken down by the set.
Really nice return kill.
Yeah,
from
ambitious.
LSE.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh dear,
goodness!
Dragon's Breath doing a lot of damage there, and this Shyvana is quite far ahead right now. Like she's just breathing on the enemy team and they die.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we see Shyvana appear only to steal kills. I'm pretty sure her damage at the end of this game will be actually not very high at all. She's just been farming and then occasionally sends one
Occasionally just
in.
pops out and presses E and deals a huge chunk of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, not looking great, LSE, at this point, sadly.
Yeah, they're about to lose another inner tower. Oh dear. And it's only 15 minutes
glimmer
in.
of hope when they get the kill to the
And Varsity is trying to kill an Ornn. I don't think that'll be happening. He is gonna die here. Yep. Oh, no, yeah, no, he is gonna die.
Yeah. It's just sad to watch, really. He's not had any effect on the game.
Yeah, but I think Ornn does need to back away from this lane though.
Yeah, I think Vayne will have a very easy time killing the Ornn. He hasn't got ult, and Vayne's pretty good at chasing with her own ult. There's good respect from the Ornn to not try and engage onto the Vayne. I wonder what's going to happen regarding this dragon. So it's Ocean Dragon.
Well, I'm assuming Sirius Fury is going to roam down and Ornn's going to go up as well, so they can make sure to secure this and get their third dragon, so they can get their soul as early as possible, really. Unlike the previous game where we pretty much wasn't going to have a soul for the game. pretty clear that was going to happen. But whereas this game, I think it's much more likely if they take the dragon now, that the fourth soul would be coming up very soon.
Yeah, the soul would come up around early 20 minutes. I think it's likely this game will get to that point. I don't think it'll go much longer based on the current trajectory.
Yeah.
If it's quite hard, you know, it's sort of heartbreaking for the side of LSE because they've picked this composition and really they really have to perform in order to pull it off. Like they have these Vayne, the Yi, the champions are just, they require such high execution in order to do anything, and especially against such a brainless comp as Ornn and Nautilus Sivir. Like,
yeah, like all you need to do is just CC them and then they die.
Yeah, they might as well have a Mauser heart. I like the Herald Med. Yeah, that'll take that turret.
Yeah, that's another tower gone. And so they're going to look for another charge. They might even go for taking the tower in fact. I think it's quite good at carrying out a thing. Ornn does take up a huge amount of damage after Dragon. He's still going to fall down though to the Shyvana. Ornn's going to get slammed and he does fall down to the tower in fact.
Yeah, I like that. That was definitely Imperial getting too greedy.
Yeah.
The Braum blocking the Shyvana damage is huge.
That's a lot of damage.
My god.
Well, Shyvana has a Magi, so...
How many stacks? Right now,
it's only 8, so could be more. Oh, she's being quite greedy here, though. The set is coming in from behind. As soon as Spell Shield does come out, she still gets stunned up, though. And the Bastille is here. He's going to pick up some kills here, surely. But, oh, well, no, never mind. He's hitting underwater. Oh, but the main flashes over. That main did no damage. that ward was actually like 100 HP. And
I was surprised that main stun hit. I mean, that was lucky for it did, but even then it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Truman might actually just fall here because the Braum, he is being chased by the Braum. The stun is going to come down and the Ziggs is there to back him up. Oh, yeah, he's gone. Wait, the minion!
Unfortunate. I mean, it's the question of do you flash away from a minion as a Braum, or do you die to a minion? I think both opportunities, both are pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sad to watch, honestly.
Okay, well,
they need every advantage they can get, and dying to minions is, it feels bad.
Yeah, well, Imperial side do have a 11k gold team now, extending this even further than it was before. Shyvana, 16 stacks on Magi's, it's not looking great for the side of LSE. Hopefully they can possibly steal this power buff or something, try and get back in the game. See what they do. Messi does secure the blue buff. I guess that's a plus.
Yeah. It's going to be quite hard to steal the Baron. Yi is not.
Oh! Yes, we swept this in there. Poor
Yeah.
Musty, he can't even farm his own jungle.
He's quite far behind the Shyvana in terms of farm, 30 CS. He's just now completed 2 items, so he's got his blade and his completed jungle
I
item.
don't think Set wins this 1v1. I'm not sure why he's still going for it. Possibly because Ziggs is here to back him up, but I mean, I still don't think they win that. Because Musty just gets caught out by the Nautilus here in his own jungle. And Ping's coming out onto the Baron, but I think that's probably a good idea to take it. Truman is pushing in the bot lane, so NXT side do have to deal with this as well.
Yeah, it's the perfect setup. You've got split pushing Lucian in the bot lane, the jungle is dead, you're on the Baron
They
buff.
do try and collapse on him, in fact. I think he's been a bit greedy here, pushing so far forward when his team is taking the Baron buff. He is going to look for the 1v2 kill, and he does find the 1v2 kill. Ziggs
So
comes
everything
in.
going wrong for LSE.
Oh dear. I thought,
I think.
I
this
thought he was
game-
being greedy there, staying that far up, but no, he just picks up the 1v2 and kills them both. Set is
So the
looking
problem
now.
was that Braum's flash ult has quite a long delay, so the wind-up animation for the Braum ult is huge.
I think he dies.
Lucian-
Yeah, he dies here.
Yeah, it's greedy to stay after that point, I think.
He did. I guess the Shyvana
He
is
might be
here.
able to kill him, actually.
They will. They've got 3 members there. He kind of just ran into them for no reason. I'm not sure what the purpose of that was. Maybe it's a fast recall. Maybe he didn't really like having Baron buff on him. Who knows?
All extremely good reasons for that.
You know, it's quite distracting. You know, having that purple circle. Purple. It's not even a circle anymore. It's like, what is that? Well, looks like Lucky Shu doesn't like it either, so he's going to give away another kill.
Yeah, I like this pop-up from the Yi. He's got 4 kills now.
Yeah, he's slowly scaling up. Very
Yeah,
slowly.
actually,
Scaling up.
pretty quickly in the last few minutes, actually. he's
Yeah,
up to
he
4
is on
kills
2
now.
items, to be fair. And
Nice.
he's gonna go for the death stance next, it seems.
Yep, I think that's very sensible. He is definitely at risk of exploding in this game, and the survivability of Death Stance is pretty good for that.
Yeah, especially with this Shyvana damage coming through, he doesn't just want to get one shot. Like the moment he goes in, oh, I mean, like the moment he doesn't even go in, the moment he like stands there near the Shyvana, he might just die. So,
So
that's a good
LSE
idea.
has to get this dragon.
Yeah, you do not want to be giving away the Social Missile. It's so strong, but Imperial side do decide to. Okay. What on earth was that damage by Shyvana? She does fall down, so her stacks go down a bit, but I mean, Imperial side have basically won that fight with just that one Dragon's Breath taking. taking Mercy so low. Oh, Mercy's just gonna get hammered. Hammered
Yeah.
down by the Ornn. Yeah, surely they'll just push it into LSE's base out of a
That's
crazy
game.
14k gold lead. Like, the numbers don't even matter at this point.
Yeah, they can just take 2 inhibs here. If they were, I think they could probably just end. Death time is, you know, LSE side will be up, but there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, I mean, you just saw two inhibs going towards Imperial side at least. I don't think they'll be pushing for any further. Unless they want to greet. The exhaust comes out from the Braum. Okay.
Not being too impressed with the Braum gameplay.
No, he's got a lot of cloth armors right now.
Yeah, being 0-7, I mean, Braum's actually one of the safer supports. He has a dash, he has lots of defensive abilities, so not really any good excuses for dying as many times.
Oh, Imperial side seem to be pushing for the win actually, with Truman TPing in instead of them going back and resetting. So it looks like they are just going to take this top tower as well now, as well as stop inhib, leaving 3 inhibs open.
Yeah, I like this. Keeping it clean, not using this as an excuse
I
to
think
troll.
this is kind of dangerous here. I think they do need to just reset though.
I think they've all got their items. They've got 3 inhibs down. Nothing on the map other than
Oh,
the end.
well, Braum manages to go down once again. And yeah, they get hit by the Ornn ult, they go fall down. Nasty is trying to do some damage, but he gets CC'd and he dies. I don't even know where the Vayne went, but she died too. And that will be it for today then. Very fast, looks like a surrender from the side of LSE Impact. And it's a very fast 2-game series we've had today.
Yep. Yeah, not much more to say than that, to be honest. I think there were some glimmers of hope in that game, but it actually maybe snowballed faster than the last one, with that 5-man kill at the end there and getting Ocean Soul so early.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean the Shyvana just did so much damage there in the dragon
it
fight. Just
basically
pressing
hit
one
one
ability.
ability. Yeah, it did 80% of the HP of Ziggs. Um, Pretty disgusting to watch. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you
this is
look
what
at
we're
the
talking about.
total damage dealt to champions, Lucian actually the one to do the most damage, probably because he's just been trading with Sep for most of the time, and he's got his regen as well, so that's why he did the most damage in the game. But I mean, he had some pop off moments, but he had quite a lot of times when he was overextended and didn't win some of those fights. But overall,
Yeah.
I think fair enough since he had such a stellar performance last game.
Mhm.
All right, well, are we having some interviews then with players?
Why not? Let's see if we can find them again. Uh,
Are you just picking one? Yeah, okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
So, very, very quick 2-0 victory. Is that what you expected when you first came into this series?
True, we expected that yesterday, like when the game against Buffy, pretty much same thing.
Okay. I think all of you played very well. In fact, Truman, I think, interesting pick. You picked Lucian into the set for the second game, and it was looking quite shaky early on until Karma came up and helped you out. So, how did you manage to turn that around then?
So I was a bit tilted after the level 3 gank, and then the regank afterwards. But just stay cool, keep smiling. Just I think it was mainly the like 50 CS gap the whole game, maybe. But other than that.
Okay. Now, Instant, we know how much you love to play this Ornn. How much excitement were you feeling when your team locked it in for you this game?
You don't even know. I was ecstatic.
I can see there was so much action going on in mid lane. Like it was by far the most excited lane. Like the camera's always on mid lane for that game.
I mean, your final kill on Master, it was so gorgeous, that champion.
I have to say, interesting composition by LSE here, picking the Masti last. I think that wasn't particularly what we were expecting, considering Masti had a very heavy CC team, and he was just going to get CC'd up if he decided to go in. And we did see that was what happened. Now, a bot lane, I think, Cookie, you hit some very, very good hooks onto the Vayne there, which basically turned around, basically decided what was going to happen bot lane, hitting those hooks onto the Vayne, catching her out.
Thanks, but I think carry did most of the job for me. Like I just have to stand around and pretend I can actually support. Like I just walk front and.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Now, Imperial have taken this series 2-0. Very well done to them, and I'd like to thank everyone that's watching right now. And this will be it for the LSE X ICL Varsity. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll be seeing you sometime in the future. Maybe we organising this sometime in the future again. Thank you for coming though.